Hello everybody, welcome to Friday's Finds with Tom. I think that's me, right? Okay, so what did we find today? We found border guide feet, okay, and we got a special on some of them here for us, for our Husqvarna people. So when I was at Husqvarna training, they were finishing up for the season and they had a bunch that had been used in training and no longer had packaging of their border guide feet. So we bought them, okay, and the border guide feet are an awesome foot. They're basically like a satin stitch foot with wings out the side, and then they have lines as guides. So you can do multiple rows using the previous row as running it down the line for a guide. Okay. On this particular foot, they also give you cross guides, so you can start ahead of the line or behind the line. So or start in very easy for when you're pivoting around doing framing. Especially in quilting projects and things like that. So you pivot, you can check that you're still 1/4 inch from the new angle when you start and continue running straight down. The special is, okay, normally they come in this packaging, okay, and they're like $55.95, okay. Without the packaging, they're $35.95, okay. We got a special buy on them, okay. We have them uploaded onto our website at that price for you. There's a limited number. Once they are gone, they are gone. I think there's 8 or 10 of them. So if you're a Husqvarna customer and they work with groups 1 to 7, if you're a Husqvarna customer, you know what that means and what machine group your machine fits within. Okay, they do not work on Epic 2 or Epic 3s. Unfortunately, Epic 1s I don't think either, but all of the lower level machines that are actually made by Husqvarna, they fit. Okay. Other brands have them as well, different pricing. So here's the Baby Lock one as an example, and you can see when you look at it there, they really focus on just the linear guides and with the one cross guide centered for your needle. Okay. That runs at $28.95, and Janome has them as well for their 9mm and their 7mm machines, $27.95 for 9mm and $17.95 for 7mm. That's probably only until stock runs out and new pricing hits when they come in, because all of these feet have been going up in cost. Crazy. Okay. So it's all about the border, it's all about the guide. Okay, let the tool help you stay straight. All those people that draw straight lines and follow their straight lines on their quilting, they're using gadgets and tools to do it. They're not freehanding a straight line. Okay. Speaking of doing your quilting and that, it's time for finishing a lot of projects for a lot of people for the Christmas season coming up. And so just talk very briefly about your quilting thread. Okay, I'm a little bit of a thread snob when it comes to quilts, my quilts. Okay,
a little bit.
Only cotton ever touches any quilt that I sew. A lot of sewers use polyester, and that is entirely up to them. But I only use cotton. I actually blend between Orifil cotton and Mettler cotton, okay, the silk finish. And the reason is both are a 50 weight cotton. The Orifil cotton is a 2-ply, which means it lays flat, okay. The Mettler 50 weight is a 3-ply, which means it's more round, like a rope. Okay, so when I'm piecing, I use the Orifil, and then when I press my seams open, it lays flat. I don't lose from my over fabric going up and over that seam there. It lays flat, and I get much more accurate pieces. When I'm doing my top stitching, my free motion, or my quilting, okay, that's when I use the Mettler, because it's rounder, it's bulkier, it has a little bit more stand-up power. I love variegated thread. Variegated is available at Orifil as well, because I like the way it changes colors and accents things, and very rarely are you doing a quilt, or at least very rarely am I doing a quilt that's all one color or 2 colors. Usually it's a variety of colors, and so by using a variegated thread that pulls those colors together, I don't have to keep switching my threads in and out, I just let it work its way through. The exception to that is if I'm doing quilting that I want to blend in. The Orifil then sits thinner and less obtrusive on the quilt top. So if I was doing some stippling that I wanted to anchor the fabric down in my stipple, but I didn't want the stipple itself to stand out, then I would do it with the Orifil thread. 75 sleeps till Christmas, so you got a little bit of warning, you got a little bit of time to get your Christmas projects done together. I just about said in the mail, but on Perlator or UPS to get them to their prospective people. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.